Hello guys, today I'm about to show you how to bleed out your brake fluid. And this is my car, Ford Mustang 2011. And well, this brake bleeding can be applied to any cars. It doesn't matter. So as long as you are experienced to do it, or you're just a beginner, so well, you can just follow my instruction. So anyway, first thing first, you need to jack up your car by using this jack here. This is the jack here, and over here, one over here, and another over there. So and I usually use electric jack here, but it's powered by the battery Milwaukee. So this is the it works with battery. So this thing, the jack lifter, you can get it on Amazon or on AliExpress. Well, this thing works very fine. And if you want to lift up, you have to make sure you have to start from here. Like over here, you can lift up by using this electric jack. And with this one, you can use, you can put the jack stand right down here, as you can see. So one over here and one over there. All right. And then if you want to bleed your car, you have to there's a sequence for that. So you should start from here. If you want to bleed, you can start from here, the farthest. Okay, it should be very far from the reservoir, right there. Master's reservoir is right over there, and here it's the farthest tire over here. So you have to start from here. So starting from here, A and B comes here. B is over here behind the driver's seats, and then C over here, and comes D over there in front of right on the driver side. So now let's come over here. Oh, as you can see, this is the bleeder kit. I have bought it from AliExpress. Well, and it's cheap and it's good. As you can see, I have a little issue over here. Many customers are complaining about the leakage, but somehow I use my plastic elastic hand glove, and I kept over here, and then I tie up the cup, the cap. So I tighten it up, and it works fine, because as you know, this thing has a leakage, and many customers are returning them, asking for refund. I know, I can see that, but you have to be a little bit confident. You should be at least self-confident, be flexible to fix this. So anyway, this is how it looks like. And now, as you can see here, you have to fill the fluid inside, maybe half or 1 liter. But if you want to wash out, and if you want to flash out the entire black fluid, because when it's like black, when it's dark, then you have to fill like 1 liter, 1.5. I recommend like filling 1.5. But if you're running out of fluid, again, you can just just this thing, there's a valve here, you can just press this thing up here, and it the air comes out, it leaks out, and then again you have to refill. But you have to make sure, keep your eye over here or over here, make sure it's always full here. Okay, and then you have to pump. You have to just keep, I already did it, so it's enough for me. So usually it should be like 20. Okay, this is the 20 here psi, so it should be 20 psi. So that's how it looks like. And as you can see, it should be connected, and it should be firmly connected, no leakage, no air, nothing. And you have to make sure this odometer, the gauge should not move. It should be like very you know, it should be like stuck here. You got my point? So don't allow any air to leak. That's the most important part. That's a priority. All right. Now steps. Next step is to you know, you can use your, you know, drill, an impact drill to, you know, open up the bolt here, or you can use you know, a spanner or whatever you like to do. So whatever you have, you can use it. You can open up the bolts. So I got my impact drill here. So I'm going to, you know, open them up here. I'm going to, you know, untighten them. So I think I cannot use the phone while using it, but I'm just gonna show you an example. Like, let's start from 1, 2. Like, you can start like, you know, like diagonally. You have to untighten the bolts like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. You just decide it looks like. Let me show you a little example here. It looks tight here, so you have to make sure. So I cannot use with one hand, so I need to turn off the camera. Once it's, you know, I remove the tire, and I'll show you next step. Alright guys, so finally I removed the bolts, and make sure one bolt should be inside here, because, you know, the tire might, you know, fall over you, so you have to just hold the tire firmly here. And as you can see, there's only one here left. It's already almost you know, open here. So I'm gonna just you know, a little bit make it loose. All right, and then you have to use your 2 arms, 2 hands to take it off. Right now, finally I have removed the tire and I kept it over here. You can also keep down over here. It might be comfortable for you. Once you're done, you can just put it back all over again, and this is how it looks like. Now, as you can see, if you want to know where you can locate the valve, the input valve here. That's the bleeder valve here, and there's a plug here, and you can just you can use your finger to remove it, or you can just like use the crab screw to remove it. You can take it off by your hands, or sometimes it's too tight, so you can use this thing here. And now, as you can see here, this is how it looks like here. And there's a you know, looks like a bolt here, and it's 11 millimeter. You can use spanner. Well, you can use spanner, or sometimes even if it's too tight, you can use the socket to, you know, to untighten it. Anyway, now let me explain to you in next step. As you can see, I forgot to mention this one too as well. Yeah, you need to have a bottle, you know, a drainage bottle. This thing, you know, this is very important, but you can have a, you know, a simple bottle. You can just make a hole, you know, on the cap here, and then you can put the hose into it. But I have this thing, it's included when I bought it, and you know, you can put the chain right here. As you can see, this is how it looks like, and you can just hang it right over here, so you can see the fluid running down into this hose. And you can also make sure to keep your eye on the bubbles. Bubbles is the most common issue. Most common issue during bleeding. This is how it looks like. And I usually have this thing. This is called bubble resistant valve, and I bought it on Alibaba. And you can see the arrow. It should goes in this way. So there's a, you know, as you know, inside this there's a spring and a ball. It might block the air whenever you bleed by using, you know, the brake pedal, but usually, you know, that's a traditional way to do. But I don't use this because since I have the pump bleeder, pressure bleeder, so I don't need it. So, you know, it's super easy for me. As you can see, this is very convenient. When it comes in handy, you need this. So yeah, this is how it looks like. And then you have to have this thing here. Oops, sorry. I'll put it back here. And make sure you know you get this. You can get it on Alibaba, or AliExpress or Amazon. it's everywhere. So you know this thing. This thing is called a valve rubber. And make sure you have to, you know, untighten here a little bit. I'm gonna, you know, do it right now. Okay, it's bleeding right now. It's bleeding. As you can see, it's bleeding. So I'm gonna close it up here. As you can see, it's a little darker here. So yeah. And I'm gonna just wipe this thing later on. So this is how it looks like, and make sure you put the rubber right onto the valve here. And make sure there's no debris, anything else here. And sometimes, you know, it's too tight here, sometimes it's very rusty. You have to use W40 to clean it up here. Make sure there's no any debris. Sometimes it might get inside the valve and it might block. So you have to make sure if it's like when you're draining out, if it's not draining out, so the problem is that it's the valve. You have to completely, you know, take off the valve. You can just untighten, you know, clockwise, and make sure, you know, bring it out and clean it inside, see any debris, and, you know, and you can just bleed till any debris comes out. Then you put this thing, the valve, back here inside, and then yeah, and you're easy to go. All right, so this is how it looks like. Now I'm about to do the bleeding here. Just use the spanner, and yeah, as you can see here. Okay, right, ready? And make sure you have to keep your eyes on the transparent hose. You need make sure you have a transparent hose. Don't ever buy, you know, in you know, untransparent hose. This is the transparent hose that you can see inside. It's very visible. Make sure to watch. Make sure to put your eyes on the bubbles. Don't let any bubbles comes out, and make sure it's don't open completely. Just don't untighten it completely. I mean, just slowly. That's it. And I can hear it now. You can see, not yet. So it's not yet coming out. As you can see, it's coming now. Yep. Slowly, easy. Okay. Okay, so it's pushing, right? Because you need to even more untighten it. So I'm gonna untighten more a little bit, and okay, it's untightened now. Yep, you see? So make sure there's no bubble. Yeah, there's a bubble coming out. So you have to keep draining out until the bubble disappear. As you can see, this is how it looks like. Oops. There's no bubble, maybe little tiny bubbles, so you have to again, you know, tighten the valve, and then again open up slowly, easy. So you have to open and close, make sure no bubbles comes out, and make sure all the black fluid, dark fluid comes out. You need to flush out completely. So yep. More. Here you go. Okay, it's draining now. It's draining. It's flashing out. But still, nope. So I have to. Okay, it's flashing now. It's flashing out. As you can see, there's a leakage coming out because it's very untight. So you make sure, you know, wisely you should untighten this. So, yep. As you can see, there's no bubble at all. I know some people are having trouble with, you know, fixing this thing up, but it's super easy. You have to make sure it's not completely untightened here, and make sure the rubber is completely sealed. Sometimes the rubber is like shitty, so you have to make sure the rubber is. If rubber is not working well, then you can just use a hose to directly connect it onto the valve here. So it's draining. Okay, still, as you can see, there's a gap here, so the air is not pushing in. So I think sometimes you have to reposition or relocate this thing here. So I'm gonna go up here, like usually some people they do from here. Now see, as you can see, it needs more pressure. Okay, now it's okay. It's easy. All right, as you can see, it's going well, perfectly fine. So finally, I have flashed out all the dark fluid. Excuse me. And as you can see, mine is okay because I have, you know, just a couple of weeks ago I have already flashed out the dark fluid. This is my second time because, you know, there was air inside, so I'm trying to, you know, bring them all out. Just trying to, you know, make sure no bubbles are inside. So I'm trying to make, you know, flash out and, you know, make sure no bubbles in it. As you can see, it's very clear here right now, no bubbles, very crystal clear, straight into this, you know, bubble breaker or bubble remover or whatever you call it, or bubble resistant, you know, valve. Make sure the air looks like this, and it goes straight into this thing here, to this drainage bottle. Yep, this is how it looks like. So now I have to put them back together and put the tire back on, and yeah, that's it. And I'll get back to you. Alright, so now make sure to put the plug back in. Put the plug on here, the plug, and now it's how it looks like here. It's firmly connected. Everything is good. No leakage, nothing here. Everything looks fine here. Alright, that's how it looks like. And now I better put the tire back there. Just give me a second. Alright, so you have to lift up the tire and put it back there. And you can do that. It's super easy. And that's how I do it right now, but I cannot do it by using the phone here, so I'll make sure after I'm done I'll get back to you. Now another next step is to remove the valve here, I mean this connector. So it's super easy. Before that, you have to press this thing up here till it, you know, leak out the air. Now make sure no air inside, 0 psi. And then you have to just, you know, that's it. There's a little bit fluid inside here. Make sure don't mess it up here. Then you put it down here, and then you go back here. Well, it's too tight, so you know this thing is included when you buy the pressure bleeder kit. So this is kind of a wrench here, so you can put it here. Then try to untie it here. Okay, slowly, easy. Make sure rubber doesn't get damaged here. You know. Okay, that's how it looks like. And there's a rubber here. And make sure no any debris gets into it. As you can see, it's too much inside, so you need to drain out a little bit. So I'm gonna help you out with this later on. So put it down here, come back here. No rubber shall go inside, no debris shall go inside. Make sure nothing goes inside. Easy. Okay, it's too much, it's filled, it's overfilled. So I'm gonna drain it out right now. Now here's a solution. So you need to have this vacuum, vacuum tube here. This is how it looks like. You can get it also from AliExpress or Amazon. And I'm gonna drain it out from here. I'm gonna drain out the overfilled reservoir here. So give me a second. All right. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh yeah. This is enough. That's how much it should look like. As you can see, very clear inside. It's a Brembo fluid, but I recommend you using Motorcraft. Moral is also fine. Brembo is fine. It's cheaper and it's the best as well. Yep, that's how it looks like.